What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Excuse my camera. I don't know what happened to my other camera, so I got to use my webcam camera on my computer. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. So I happen to be scrolling on Twitter today, and I noticed something that was very, very interesting to me. Um, so Cardi B's dropping her album this week or whatever, and so cool. You're supposed to be out doing promo or whatever. So but the thing that baffled me is there's a particular artist that she has on her album, and I'm just like, how is it every time that you end up trying to be in Nicki's nachos or whatever? Like, so let's just get into it. So y'all see this, and so this is what blows my mind because out of anybody that she could have worked with, this is who she chose. Because I know y'all gonna come in the comments and try to be reading and doing all kind of stuff, but out of everybody that this girl could have worked with, she decided to work with Nicki's artist that was signed or either is still signed to Nicki's label. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how that looks? The constant gaslighting and stuff that be going on. And it's like, granted, this girl has a right to work with whoever she wants to work with. Lourdes can work with whoever she wants to work with. Cardi B can work with whoever she wants to work with. But it's just the optics of it for me. Like, that's my whole point though. Out of anybody that she could have worked with, she decided to work with this girl right here. Out of all people that she could have worked with, she decided to work with Nicki Minaj's artist. Like, and it's just like, girl, why the constant need to bait Nicki or be in Nicki's algorithm and things like that? And listen. Yes, I definitely am a Barb. I'm a Nicki fan all day. But here's the thing. It's been how many years now? This isn't 2018 anymore, and you're still trying to be just in Nicki's algorithm, or they literally tried to bait the Barbs and things to get the Barbs to talk about this, which I'm doing now. But I'm talking about this. I'm not trying to get this girl no promo. I'm just saying how stupid this is. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying how dumb as fuck this is and how stupid this looks because, like I keep saying, out of anybody Cardi B could have had on her album, you have Janet Jackson on your album, and then all of a sudden you just want to work with this girl that was signed to Nicki Minaj's label. Please make that make sense for me. Okay, so let's go on the even field. Let's say hypothetically speaking, in 2 hours, Nicki Minaj drops a single featuring Offset or featuring Partisan. Y'all would eat Nicki up, and you know you would. Y'all would eat Nicki up. You would never let Nicki get away with doing anything like that. Y'all would eat Nicki Minaj up if she were to do something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about the girl being on her album. It's really just the optics of it all. And anybody could have been on your album and you just decided to do this, girl. So because you knew that the Barbs was going to talk about it and y'all trying to get a response out of Nicki because Nicki hasn't even been online. And for me, here's the thing for me. Okay. So you're going over your album. You're finalizing the songs for your album. This one comes up. For me, if I was an artist and just knowing the history of the beef, the things between me and Nicki, I wouldn't even want nobody that was affiliated with her. You see what I'm saying? This girl, we only find out who this girl is through Cowgirl featuring Nicki Minaj. And don't nobody come in here and talk about, oh, I knew who she was from YouTube years ago. Shut the fuck up. We talking about mainstream. Nobody knew who this girl was until she popped up on Pink Friday 2 when she was featured on Cowgirl. And the only reason she got featured on Cowgirl is because Doja was supposed to be on the song, but then she later declined. So, um, but she was signed to Heavy on it. This is how we got to know her. That's how Nicki introduced her. She introduced Lourdes as the girl that was signed to her label. And so now you're working with this girl for what? So, okay, let me just map this out. So let's just say that Lourdes presented the song or she reached out to the label for whatever reason. Her and Nicki fell out or had a situation. She's no longer signed to the label anymore. So she starts to reach out to Atlantic. And so Atlantic likes this song. When the song would have got presented to me on my desk as Cardi B, I would have turned it down because this girl is affiliated with somebody that industry work wise I'm not cool with. But obviously, she don't have no problem being affiliated with people that's affiliated with Nicki. It would just seem to me you would want to have your own shine for your sophomore album. I just don't. I just I'm just not understanding who approved this. This has to be for marketing. They had to have sat down and said, "Yeah, how can we bait Nicki Minaj? Let's not make it too obvious, but let's get somebody. Let's work with somebody that she's worked with in the past, and let's make it obvious." As like I keep saying, as for me, as an artist that will want my own shine, I would just have not did this. This looks bad for the optics and everything. Like so, because basically what you want, the barbers are going to get online and talk about this. And you want to be mentioned. You want to be trending. You like this shit. This is just pathetic all these years later. This is not 2018 anymore, okay? We're going to post, listen, we're going to post Nicki Minaj music. We're going to stream. We're not giving you no attention, okay? And Lord, is you fake as fuck for doing this. And granted, you could work with anybody you want to work with, but it's like, why would you even want to work with this girl? Like I said, the only reason we know who she is because of fucking Cowgirl. Okay. And it just seems to be the constant gaslighting. And see, y'all don't notice this stuff like this. This is when Nicki starts to get online and she comes on and she's defending herself because it's like, wait a minute, bitch. Out of all the people you could have worked with, you decided to work with a girl that was signed to my label who the world only knows because of Cowgirl. And you just decided to get this girl on your album for what? So does that mean you listen to Pink Friday too and you liked her song on Cowgirl? Because the girl only got like 2 or 3 songs. So what was the reference for you to get this girl on your album? I'm just confused when this got set on your desk. The girl called you, the girl's name came up, and you looked. You had to have looked her up and looked her songs up at her previous work and saw that her highest stream song is Cowgirl with Nicki Minaj. And you still decided to work with her. Listen, I'm not saying the girl can't work with whoever she want to work with. I'm just saying this seems a little I just this just doesn't sit right. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. It just seems weird as hell to me on both parts. I can see the girl getting mad with Nicki and reaching out to Cardi. There's motherfuckers do shit like that because they don't have no common ground, no loyalty, and things like that. I can understand that. But for Cardi B to actually accept the feature, put the feature on her album and talk about it, she reshared this post on her social media. And I'm just like, your team told you this was okay because you want to be in Nicki's algorithm. You want the Barbs to mention your name. This is crazy. And y'all could be in the comments arguing. I'm not responding back to that shit no more. Not responding back to it because y'all see what y'all want to see. Y'all never see the constant gaslighting towards Nicki. Listen, why can't this girl just be great on her own? Is all I'm saying. With her own features. You got Janet Jackson on your album, but you decided to work with this. What the girls on Twitter be saying, this she's a Kaya, honestly. Like, honestly, she is. If we're talking about like, and this is who you decided to have a feature with on your album. Because people were gonna talk about it. Like, girl, this is not 2018 anymore, Cardi B. Just hang it up. Like, Godly. Like, this girl never gives it up, I guess. But this is just coming from the same girl that opened up her own song and called herself the princess because she knows she's not the queen. So what do we expect? Anyways, Barbs, let's continue the bar blackout and y'all have a good one. Like I said, I'm not responding to no negative comments. Be careful who you argue with in these comments down below. Fuck them.